The Rookie Season 8 continues to prove something very important. This show still knows how to evolve without losing its soul. Episode 3 doesn't rely on explosions or high-octane chases to leave an impact. Instead, it leans into something far more powerful: emotional accountability, unresolved trauma, and the slow, uncomfortable process of healing. This episode quietly delivers one of the most layered hours we've had in years, weaving together Seth's long overdue reckoning, Lucy Chen confronting echoes of her past, and a cold case that reminds us why empathy is still one of John Nolan's greatest weapons. Let's break it all down. Seth and Miles, redemption is not an apology tour. We knew Seth and Miles were going to reunite. The promo made sure of that. But what the Rookie does so well here is subvert expectations, not by shocking us, but by forcing us to sit with discomfort.
Now, if I come in, maybe we could talk. Well, I heard you've been skipping physical therapy.
So? Why do you care all of a sudden?
We enter Seth's world. It's immediately clear he hasn't moved on. He's stagnated. His apartment isn't just messy, it's symbolic. Dirty dishes, clutter everywhere, trash left untouched. This isn't just depression dressing. It's a visual metaphor for a man who hasn't taken responsibility for cleaning up the damage he caused. At first, it's easy to feel bad for him, and that's intentional. Seth genuinely believes he tried his best. In his mind, the truth should have been enough to absolve him. But that's the problem. Truth without accountability is just another form of self-protection. Miles tries to connect, bringing up his football injury, attempting to meet Seth where he is emotionally, but Seth shuts it down with one brutally honest line: "You can still run." And he's right. That moment matters because it draws a clear line between shared pain and incomparable loss. Seth lost a limb. Miles lost a dream. Those things don't cancel each other out, but Seth uses his trauma as a shield rather than a starting point. This is where the sympathy breaks. Seth continues framing himself as the victim, unable or unwilling to grasp why coming clean didn't magically restore trust. And Miles, thankfully, doesn't let him off the hook. That line.
You lied to everyone about almost everything, over and over.
You don't get to set the bar on how people react when you finally tell the truth. Might be one of the most important lines of the entire season, because it applies far beyond Seth. Redemption isn't something you ask for. It's something you earn, slowly, quietly, and without guarantees. The turning point comes later, when Seth shows up at Miles' place, not with excuses, not with a speech, but with honesty. He admits he doesn't know how to do better, and that's huge. For the first time, Seth isn't centering his pain. He's acknowledging his responsibility.
I get it. Thanks for coming over to clear that up.
This isn't redemption yet, but it is the first real step toward it. And that's what makes this storyline work. The Rookie doesn't rush forgiveness. It respects the work it takes to deserve it. Lucy and Tim, growth through communication, not drama. If Seth's storyline is about accountability, Lucy and Tim's is about emotional maturity. We open with boxes everywhere. And on the surface, this is a small, almost sitcom-level problem, but the Rookie knows how to use domestic moments to reveal deeper truths. Tim is frustrated, and he's not wrong. To him, Lucy hasn't fully moved in, not emotionally, not practically. And instead of letting that frustration simmer, he says it out loud. That alone is growth. In earlier seasons, this would have turned into avoidance or passive tension. But now, they talk. They listen. They compromise. Tim admits why the boxes bother him. Lucy explains her process. Neither dismisses the other. And that's the key takeaway. Healthy relationships aren't conflict-free. They're communication-driven. Later, after a long shift, Lucy agrees the boxes need to go, but she flips the dynamic, assigning Tim the task while she supervises. It's playful. It's balanced. It's them learning how to share space without losing themselves. This version of Chenford feels earned. Not dramatic, not forced, just real. John Nolan and the cold case that should have stayed buried. The case of the week hits harder than expected. What starts as a simple trespassing arrest becomes the missing puzzle piece in a years-old triple homicide. A fingerprint that never matched anyone finally finds its owner, Ezra Kane. And here's where John Nolan shines. Normally, this should be a detective-led interrogation, but Nyla and Angela understand something crucial. John's greatest strength is controlled empathy. He doesn't interrogate suspects, he disarms them. Ezra is caught with stolen credit cards. One leads to a recent motel charge, and that discovery sends Lucy and Selena down a path that chills you to the bone. Because Samantha Poston, the daughter presumed dead, is alive, held captive, for years.
Where did he take you?
A cabin in the woods. Or at least it used to be.
The reveal is horrifying not because of spectacle, but because of restraint. Samantha isn't chained, she isn't screaming, she's surviving. And that's somehow worse. Ezra's personality shift during questioning is terrifying. He speaks as if he's a victim of circumstance, not the architect of unimaginable cruelty. When he realizes he's been caught, the mask slips and he casually reveals he has another girl captive. That moment confirms it. Ezra isn't broken, he's calculated, a true psychopath. The Red Place and Lucy Chen's unfinished healing. This episode's emotional core belongs to Lucy Chen. When Selena mentions Ezra wants to talk to Samantha, using the Red Place as leverage, everything changes. Samantha overhears it and she spirals. Lucy reacts instantly, not as a cop, as a survivor. She recognizes the trigger before anyone else does. That hyper-awareness doesn't come from training, it comes from lived experience. And here's where the episode quietly ties back to Day of Death. Lucy has spent years avoiding this trauma. We've seen the cracks, Rosalind's song, her escape, but we've rarely seen Lucy talk about it. Until now. When Lucy speaks to Samantha, it feels less like an interview and more like a conversation with her past self. She says the words she never got to hear. She offers the safety she once desperately needed. This isn't closure, it's recognition. Lucy didn't heal by confronting the past, she survived by locking it away. And this case forces the door open. Samantha's breakdown mirrors the psychological damage Lucy buried. The difference is Lucy had support. Samantha didn't, and while Lucy doesn't verbalize it outright, her protectiveness speaks volumes. This is the start of something deeper and long overdue. Final thoughts. Healing isn't linear. The episode ends without fanfare. The case is closed, Samantha is safe, Seth is trying, Lucy is processing. And that's the point. Healing isn't a moment, it's a process. The Rookie Season 8, Episode 3 understands that redemption takes time, trauma leaves echoes, and growth often happens in quiet conversations rather than dramatic monologues. This wasn't just a strong episode, it was a meaningful one. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Seth truly deserves redemption? And do you believe Lucy has finally started to heal, or is this just the beginning? I'll see you in the next one. And that might be the most honest version of Chenford we've ever seen. Thanks for watching. If you want more deep dives into character psychology, hidden subtext, and storytelling choices in The Rookie, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you in the next breakdown.
Hey,
Hey, honey.
how's it going?
Oh, I missed you.
Oh, God.